DHS marks one of the most violent days of Operation Midway Blitz with several arrests. 9 people were arrested, including 3 illegal immigrants and 6 U.S. citizens. As I was saying yesterday, when I made the video about the attempted terrorist attack in California, these insurrectionists are only going to become more emboldened. The longer this is allowed to go on, the longer they are allowed to roam freely in the United States, the more emboldened they will become until they become extremely violent and start shooting, firebombing, God forbid, using explosives against DHS and ICE agents. Here we have Fox News. They say 3 illegal immigrants and 6 U.S. citizens were arrested in the Chicago area on October 22nd, what the Department of Homeland Security dubbed one of the most violent days of Operation Midway Blitz. While conducting immigration enforcement operations in Cicero and Glendale Heights, agitators stalked law enforcement, rammed vehicles, fled scenes, injured agents, and caused multiple accidents across town, putting law enforcement and the public in danger. Despite the violence, CPB arrested 3 illegal aliens who were breaking our nation's immigration laws. 6 citizens were arrested for impeding and threatening to kill agents. Let me read that again for you. Threatening to kill agents. DHS Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement. I hate being right, but it's really not hard to see the path that this goes down if these people, these violent extremists, are allowed to continue to do this. They have become emboldened. Democrats are not pushing back against them at all, just like they didn't during the 2020 George Floyd riots. And they feel they have righteousness on their side. In reality, they don't, but in their minds, they think they do. She goes on to say, our officers are facing a surge in assaults against them as they put their lives on the line to arrest murderers, rapists, and gang members, McLaughlin added. The list of 5 incidents that occurred on Wednesday includes several incidents in which U.S. citizens are accused of threatening violence and taking other actions against immigration enforcement officers. According to DHS, Isabel Mata, a U.S. citizen, allegedly threatened a law enforcement officer after stating she would put a hit on Border Patrol. Commander-Chief Greg Bovino, the department said so she wanted to put a hit on Greg Bovino. The department said it referred the incident to the FBI. Well, I hope that she sees 25 years minimum in prison for that, but I don't think she will. In another incident, 3 U.S. citizens who DHS identified as Jacqueline Lopez, Ileana Bahina, and Jonathan Uribe allegedly tailed Border Patrol vehicles to draw attention to them. DHS said that one car attempted to ram a vehicle. All 3 drivers were taken into custody, according to DHS. The third incident allegedly involved a member of the Latin Kings gang, so yet another one. DHS said that U.S. Border Patrol was targeted by a U.S. citizen who was displaying an anti-ICE flag. Alexis Carrera, who DHS claimed was the driver and member of the Latin Kings, allegedly followed agents for several miles before attempting to ram the vehicle. While USPB was able to evade Carrera, who then allegedly hit another civilian vehicle, DHS said Carrera was arrested under 18 U.S. Code 111, which makes it a federal crime to forcibly assault, resist, oppose, impede, and intimidate or interfere with certain federal officials. Are you starting to see it yet? They don't care about law and order. They were never serious when they said no one's above the law. They think that they are righteous in what they are doing, and their violent attacks, and Democrats are allowing them to do it with their backing. This is not going to end. This is not going to magically flip a switch and this all goes away. Until these people start making examples of these people, This is only going to continue, and it's going to get worse. Also on Wednesday, CBP Office of Field Operations OFO officers arrested a U.S. citizen identified by DHS as Alexander Torres, who is accused of recklessly impeding operations and tailing government vehicles. According to DHS, he ignored multiple commands from officers to stop and eventually boxed in government vehicles in an alleyway. So it was false imprisonment, pretty much. DHS said that both Carrera and Torres had criminal records, not surprising in the least. According to the department, Carrera's records include convictions of unlawful possession of a firearm, destroying evidence, and a DUI. Torres's record allegedly includes convictions of unlawful possession of a firearm by a gang member. This is why I never take Democrats serious when they scream about gun control. You have multiple people here that have both been charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, so I assume a felon in possession of a firearm, and both of them are free. When Democrats scream about gun control, it's not for people like this. It is for people like you and I. They don't want us to have the right to defend ourselves from people like this. And if we dare defend ourselves from people like this, they will throw the book at us. This is called anarcho-tyranny. It is a playbook directly out of, it's out of the communist playbook. We cannot allow this to continue. It is only going to become more violent. I went and purchased some more ammunition yesterday because I don't see this slowing down. I'm not saying to go out there and put yourself in the middle of this, but this will eventually spill over into civilians' lives, one way or another. In the fifth incident, USPB encountered 3 illegal aliens from Mexico who DHS said were in violation of our nation's immigration laws. Obviously, they're illegal. The illegal immigrants allegedly refused to comply with agents, not surprising, with agents' verbal commands to exit their vehicle. The driver, who DHS identified as Jose Mauricio Rosas Hernandez, allegedly reversed into a government vehicle and scraped another USPB unit. Do you see what I'm saying? These illegals are even becoming emboldened to commit violent acts of crime against federal agents. They are getting desperate, which means they have nothing to lose, which means they are willing to do any and everything to get away, up to killing one of these agents or multiple of these agents. Secretary Noem's message to the rioters is clear: you will not stop us or slow us down. CBP and our federal law enforcement partners will continue to enforce the law. And if you lay a hand on law enforcement officers, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, McLaughlin said. I wish I could believe that, but I don't. I really honestly don't. I have not seen a single case of these rioters getting convicted and going to federal prison. I've seen multiple getting indicted multiple times only to be let off. This is lawfare. This is anarcho-tyranny. I don't know how we get past this unless we have somebody in the DOJ that's willing to actually do their job and that's competent, which I don't see that. Not from Pam Bondi. I know President Trump's got a lot on his plate, but I really don't know why he's not taking this more seriously. These agents' lives are in danger. They're being doxxed. They're being threatened with death. They have hits on them. This is not a joke. They go on to say Operation Midway Blitz was launched last month in honor of Katie Abram, who was killed in a drunk driving hit and run caused by Julio Cucol Ball, an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. DHS stated the goal of the operation was to target criminal illegal aliens terrorizing Americans in Sanctuary, Illinois. Abraham and her friend Chloe Polzin were at a stoplight when a suspected drunk driver struck their car and fled from the scene. Abraham died at the scene while Polzin succumbed to her injuries the next day at the hospital. So both of them passed away. And when I say this is not slowing down, I mean this is not slowing down. We have Aaliyah Scootercast, and this is from today. Hands off NYC anti-ICE protesters outside of Trump Tower. And this was from a couple hours ago. She says, now, we want ICE on our streets. Counter protesters chant at hands off ICE, anti-ICE protesters outside of Trump Tower. The citizens are going to start pushing back. When they see these people continuing to get away with assaulting federal agents, assaulting police officers, citizens who back deportations are going to start pushing back on these types of people. And if you notice, yet again, a majority of them are all boomers. Most of these people are all boomers. But let's watch the video. Low energy. It's all old people. There's like 85% old people. Absolutely wild to think that this many boomers are brainwashed. But a lot of these people grew up relying on mainstream media and newspapers for their news. They don't watch independent media like me and other people. They don't research the stuff themselves. They trust these people who have been caught scrupulous times lying because they don't know any other way. They're old. They're not computer savvy. This is what they do. They sit at home and they watch MSNBC all day and believe everything that is told to them. Let's watch this other one where the counter protesters come in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a few African Americans. Most of them look like they're younger. Interesting. Interesting dynamics here. You see the younger crowds that are pro deportations, anti illegal or legal immigration, because they know and they've seen how their generational wealth is being stolen from them and given to these entitled illegals that have not even been in this country for more than 3, maybe 4 years max, which I don't blame them. I'm a millennial and I see this stuff going on and it pisses me off. It makes my blood boil. None of these people should be in this country. The entitlement is off the charts with these people. I watched a video. I believe his name's Chad Campbell. I think he has a YouTube channel where he brings people in that are absolutely low IQ when it comes to their finances, and he torches them on the stupid stuff that they buy. He had a couple that were illegal aliens that live in Phoenix who were $500,000 in debt. They had a $350,000 house. They had multiple brand new vehicles. They were looking at getting a vehicle for their daughter. How does an illegal alien get a loan for a $350,000 house? How does an illegal alien get multiple loans for brand new vehicles? They were complaining because they wanted to spend money to buy a pool. They wanted to sell their house and get another house with a pool. This is the entitlement that I'm talking about. We have American citizens in this country that can't even afford a starter home. And these illegal aliens are taking homes from American citizens and complaining because they don't have a freaking pool. That is absolutely insane and should not be tolerated in America. He ended up telling them that they should not buy anything if they plan on getting out of debt. They should sell some of their assets, and they scoffed it off. So they're probably going to go take out yet another loan. And then they'll probably never pay it back because they'll end up getting deported or they'll self-deport once they know that they're not going to be able to pay that money back. They'll probably sell the house, take the money that they got off of selling it, and disappear back to South America. This is what I'm talking about, and this is why I say Gen Z and Gen Alpha will be the most conservative generations we've ever seen in America, because they are watching these boomers sell their generation down the river to people that shouldn't even be here. Ungrateful, entitled people that shouldn't even be here. Let's watch the video of the counter protesters.
Our streets, we want ICE on our streets. We want ICE on our streets. We want ICE.
Look at it. You got black people. You got, looks like a Puerto Rican, possibly Hispanic. Most of them are younger people. There is a divide in this country between the people that have gotten to experience all of their dreams, buying a house, raising a family, having financial security, being able to retire and have a good amount of money to not have to worry about Social Security. While people in my generation and ones after me, we know we're not going to be able to get Social Security. I'll never see Social Security. But yet I had to continuously pay into this system that I will never benefit from. So I'm getting taxed from that. Then I had to set up my own 401k, which I don't even really do. I just put all my money, most of it, in an IRA or the stock market, because I can get a much greater return in the stock market if I just invest in whatever Nancy Pelosi is investing in. And it's crazy to say that's my strategy, but she is pretty much undefeated when it comes to investing. She is investing at greater percentages than all of Wall Street because of insider trading. So why would I not take advantage of the same thing that she's taking advantage of and investing in whatever she does? It is stupid not to do that. This is not financial advice. You do whatever you want to do with your money. It's your money. But for me, this was the most sound strategy I could think of to get and maximize the most returns possible. But pay attention to the people that are counter protesting at their ages. It's mostly younger people.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Why is there selective moral outrage when it comes to Palestine and Congo and Sudan?
You notice they're all POCs. They're all people of color.
About black people. You only care about Arabs. You care about people that want to kill you. You care about the same people that ship you over here. You know the Arabs were part of that, right? That's how your black ass ended up. Yeah, you guys are cool. Forgot about that? I get it. You're cool with the Arabs.
And you notice how they don't ever give any discourse. They just sit there because they know everything that these people are telling them is 100% correct. That they are selling out their own people. They are selling out their country so that they can import a new slave class to keep things cheap for them. You won't have to worry about that for very long, because hopefully when we label these people as domestic terrorists, we either exile them or we put them in labor camps. That is the only thing these people would be useful for. I know, I'm a fascist, I'm a Nazi. I don't care. I really don't. These people on the left do not deserve to be in this country. They are tearing down the greatest country this planet has ever seen because they despise it. They despise what this country is about. They despise the people in this country, mostly white people. So they want to burn it all down and rule over the ashes because they are psychotic, unhinged lunatics.
Right, I don't think so. So don't advocate
Yeah, we want
about
ICE in our
Palestine.
streets.
Just want something to do.
We want ICE in our
Just
streets.
want something to do.
Baby, baby, ICE,
He
ICE,
cares about
ICE,
something to do.
He cares about your people.
No, he doesn't. I know he doesn't. This guy cares about your people.
And of course, he just starts blowing his stupid little whistle. These people are pathetic. These people are pathetic. Even he knows. Look at his eyes. You know he knows that he is on the wrong side of history. He knows it. But he has no choice. He is part of the cult now. And he has no choice but to support this domestic terrorism. Love it. Love it. I'm happy that people are starting to push back, though. I am truly happy. Especially black people. I am so happy black people are starting to push back. They're waking up.
Christians are getting slaughtered and they don't fucking give a shit. They don't give a shit.
I didn't do when the food stamps were like, shut down.
See, this is all they do. They cannot argue their point of view. They cannot argue their opinions. They cannot argue for their ideology. So they sit there and they blow a stupid little whistle or whatever that stupid ass thing is because they are low IQ. These people are low IQ.
You can't feed yourself. What now? What are you gonna do when the food stamps run out because of the government shutdown? How are you gonna feed yourself? That's what I saw. What's up, man? How you doing? What's the word?
Absolutely low IQ
Protest.
behavior. This is stuff that toddlers do when they don't get their way, or when mom or dad says something that completely eviscerates their defense. This is what toddlers do. Emotional children. That's all leftists are. They are emotional children. Now look, all the boomers. They're all, but literally every one of them is boomers. Every last one of these people are boomers. Every single one of them. And the funny thing that cracks me up about the left and how they call the right Nazis, I don't ever see the right holding up signs with Nazi insignia. I don't ever see them holding up signs that have swastikas. I don't ever see them tattooing Totenkopfs on their chest. Every one of those things I just named, leftists do. Every single one of them. As you can see, proof right here. These people are Nazis. They never cared about the right being Nazis. They want to have full control of the narrative, full control of power in this country. And when they do, or if they ever do, God forbid, they will go full Nazi on the right. They will put us into labor camps or up against the wall or put us in the gulag. This is a fact. It is a fact that cannot be debated. This is how these people are. This is exactly how these people are. But I'm happy to see that there are actual New Yorkers that are pushing back against this, because the way it's going, these people in New York City are about to elect Zohran Mamdani, and it is going to be over for that city. It is going to absolutely be over. And I just noticed this, and this is a great question. Where were these people in November of 2024? Exactly. Because they thought they had control of our election systems to the point that they could use mail-in ballots to forge enough signatures and forge enough votes to get the word salad low IQ Muppet that is Kamala Harris across the finish line. And then she would just become another Joe Biden where she is a puppet. They did not take into their tactics, they did not take into fact that Donald Trump was running a hell of a ground game. And he completely destroyed Kamala Harris. The only states Kamala Harris won were the ones that didn't have voter ID. Look it up. That is a fact. Every other state was won by Trump. Margins were just completely in another ball field. Kamala Harris wasn't even close. I think Kamala Harris flipped one county in this country. That's it. There's one more I want to show you guys because I thought this was pretty funny. I believe this did happen last night. We have Katie Daviscourt says a group of individuals unmasked several violent Antifa militants during a skirmish outside the ICE facility in Portland. I'm telling you, U.S. citizens are watching President Trump, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. We are watching as you sit idly by and do absolutely nothing. As you sit by and these people continue to assault, threaten, and abuse federal agents doing their jobs. Eventually, they will take it into their own hands. And maybe this is what they want. Maybe this is what the Trump administration wants. I don't know. At this point, I really don't know. I thought I did, but I really don't. I have no idea why they're continuing to allow this to happen. But let's watch this video as patriots unmask these domestic terrorists. You notice how they don't push back when they're surrounded. Let's see, we have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 12 of them, and it's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. They're outnumbered. Their rules have been turned against them. This is how Antifa rolls. They won't fight you one-on-one. They'll wait for you to leave. A gang of them will follow you. One will blindside assault you, and the others will steal your stuff, and they'll assault you as well. The right is starting to use their tactics. And this is what I want to see. I'm tired of conservatives taking the high road. I'm tired of conservatives saying we can't play their game. Absolutely not. That is bullshit. That is a cope. The only way we defeat these people is by getting down and dirty on their level. Use their tactics against them because we know how to do it better. That's how we win.
We already lost. Come on. What just happened?
Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Antifa's getting... Oh, nice. Nice. Yes. 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 This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. Right here. Antifa getting what they had coming to them. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You love to see it. And then you got the stupid woman screaming.
Goddamn street is covered.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. I could watch that all day. I could honestly watch that all day. She got any other ones? Oh, here's the slow-mo. Let's watch the slow-mo as this dude gets ragdolled. This dude gets ragdolled by one arm. He has one arm on him. Look at this. These people are pussies. They are absolutely weak individuals. Here we go. Watch him. And he goes, yoink! Boom! Body slams the shit out of him. That is amazing. I'm going to give that one a like. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is what I love to see, especially when they pull the mask off, because these people are powerless. And then this guy tries to step in, and look what happens to him. Yoink! Oh man, you love to see it, because these people don't know how to fight. They don't know how to fight unless they are in groups. This is awesome. I want to see more of this. I want to see a lot more of this. I want to see these Antifa pipsqueaks take some shots to the chin and fold like a sack of potatoes. I want to see them drop like a sack of potatoes. That's awesome. I want to see more of that. That is absolutely awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. And to all the people that are screaming, that's assault, that's assault. I don't care. I don't care at this point. Here's a Portland Antifa militant unmasked. Let's see. No face, no case. Better luck next time, little terrorist. And they always look like this every single time. They always look like freaks of society. So hopefully we get to see some more of this tonight. Hopefully the Patriots are just tired of these people harassing ICE agents. And hopefully they start going round to round with these people. And I hope that DHS just looks the other way and lets it happen. Because Portland PD is obviously on Antifa's side, and they're arresting conservatives. So let's do this. DHS, you take the side of the Patriots. Turn a blind eye and let them knock these people out. I'm not condoning violence, but they deserve it. But I'm going to end it there. You guys have a great Saturday. I hope your weekend is going well. Share this with your friends and your family members. Share it in the group chat. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment down below. Do you want to see more of these Antifa freaks get beat up? Because I sure do. But on that note, I'll see you in the next one.